Hello everyone, welcome to Skyrise Academy. I hope you all gave your best in your prelims exam if you're appearing this year. And if you're planning to appear next year, then this is a great time to analyze the exam pattern so that you can be on the top of your game. So in this video, we will be looking for the answers with the source from where the question was exactly picked for 1 to 50 questions, and questions from 51 to 100 will be covered in the next part. So the first one is from economy. So there were around roughly 10 questions from economy, around 10 questions from polity, few from environment, and around 20 questions related to environment for the first half of the paper 1, set 1. So this is for set A for prelims 2022. So the first question is, rapid financing instrument and rapid credit facility are related to the provisions of lending by which of the following? So here the answer is B, International Monetary Fund. So this has been in news under the Indian Express. So if you have been following news, you could have easily answered this question. So basically, this news came up for Sri Lanka. So IMF was planning to help Sri Lanka with the crisis. So there these terms were picked up. Next is with reference to Indian economy, consider the following statements. So one term is need, one is read, and then their relation. So this also often keeps on coming in news. So if you have been reading thoroughly, you can easily answer this. Your right answer is C, 1 and 3 only. So again, it appeared in Indian Express. Here is a link. With reference to Indian economy, consider the following statements. It is relating to inflation. So inflation is very common topic. If you have a good conceptual understanding, you can easily answer this question. Here the answer is B. Here, if the inflation is too high, the RBI is likely to buy government securities. So that is false, because if it buys government securities, inflation will increase more. And we don't want it when inflation is very high. So RBI won't be buying government securities. With reference to G20 common framework, consider the following statement. Again, this keeps on coming in news, all the environment related conventions. Here the link is given of Indian Express, and all these links are of just past 8 to 9 months. So if you have been really thorough with news, you can easily answer this. Here the right answer is C, both 1 and 2. With reference to Indian economy, what are the advantages of inflation indexed bonds? Now, these bonds were very famous in the year 2016. They were all over the news. And so that is covered under the Economic Times and Business Line News. And right answer here is A, 1 and 2. So interest and capital gains are taxable as per the normal norms. So statement 3 is incorrect. Next is foreign-owned e-commerce firms operating in India. So here a draft law was proposed for regulating e-commerce firms in July last year. So from that news, this question has been framed. And here the right answer is C, both 1 and 2. You can simply think of Amazon and then go for the right answer. Question 7. Which of the following activities constitute real sector in the economy? So this is also based on general understanding. Here, the right answer is A, 1 and 2. Which of the following situations best reflects indirect transfers? So this has been in news recently, and the right answer is D. A foreign company transfers shares, and such shares derives their substantial values from the assets located in India. So when government took steps towards indirect transfers, the US hailed India. So it complimented India, it favored India, and the news article was there in the Indian Express. With reference to expenditure made by the organization or a company, which of the following statements is or are correct? Here, again, the common understanding of economics, answer is C, both 1 and 2. With reference to Indian economy, consider the following statements. Again, the basic understanding, answer is C, 1 and 2. Consider the following statements. Now, economics questions are done. We are now on Indian polity. So mainly the answers lie in Lakshmikant. If it is related to some news articles that I will quote. So here these four statements were related to the contempt of court. Now this keeps on coming in news every 2 to 3 months. So you need to be very thorough with Contempt of Court Act. Your statement 3, Constitution of India defines civil contempt and criminal contempt is wrong because we already have Contempt of Court Act and civil contempt and criminal contempt are defined under that act. So right answer is B, 1, 2 and 4 only. With reference to India, consider the following statements. So government law officers and legal firms are recognized as advocates, but corporate lawyers and patent attorneys are excluded. So they are not excluded, they are included. So that is false. Bar Council have power to lay down the rules relating to legal education and recognition of law colleges. That's right, because all the advocates are governed by the Advocates Act, and that gives Bar Council the power to regulate legal education. So your answer is B. Consider the following statements. So now this relates to the constitutional amendment. So if you have read the amendment portion in Lakshmikant, you can easily answer this question. So your answer is B, 2 and 3 only. Constitution of India classifies the ministers into 4 ranks. That is wrong because Constitution doesn't classify ministers under any ranks. It is by conventions and the parliamentary rules. Also, the number of ministers shouldn't exceed 15%. That is mentioned in the constitutional articles. So your answer is B, 2 only. Which of the following is our exclusive power of Lok Sabha? So to declare the emergency and to impeach the president, they are done in the joint sitting. So we need 2/3 of the majority. So your only 2 only answer is B. So for this, you have to be very thorough with the constitutional articles, emergency provisions, what are the provisions for joint sitting, then you can easily answer these questions. These are just from the static portion and very easy to answer. And you can fetch marks. With reference to anti-defection law, again, this keeps on coming in news every now and then. So right now it was in news because there is a case going on in Delhi High Court regarding non-appointment of Deputy Speaker in Lok Sabha. So law specifies that nominated legislature cannot join any political party. So here it is not cannot, it should be can join. So that is what the law provides. So statement 1 is wrong and right answer is B. Consider the following statements. Attorney General of India and Solicitor General are the only legal officers who are allowed to participate in the meetings of Parliament of India. That is wrong. They are not the only officers. And statement 2 is also wrong. So answer is D. Again, the source is Lakshmikant. With reference to the writs issued by courts in India, consider the following statements. Very important topic. So it's very easy if you are thorough with the provisions. Here, the statement 2 is wrong because it says mandamus will not lie against company, even though it is a government company. So mandamus do lies against the government company. So statement 2 is wrong. And so right answer is C, 1 and 3 only. With reference to Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, consider the following statements. So this was launched in September by the Prime Minister of India, and that's why it becomes very important. It was picked from the Indian Express article. So here the right answer is B, 3 only. With reference to Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha, consider the following statements. See, Deputy Speaker, another question has been asked because this has been in news. As I said, the matter is pending in Delhi High Court right as of now. So your right answer is A, 1 and 3 only. So statement 2, which states there is a mandatory provision that election of candidate as Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha shall be from either principal party or the ruling party is wrong. There is no mandatory provision. It is appointed by convention. So Deputy Speaker is always by convention from the opposite party, principal opposite party. And well-established parliamentary practice regarding appointment of Deputy Speaker is that motion is moved by the Speaker and is duly seconded by the Prime Minister. It is not duly seconded by the Prime Minister. So that's why answer is A. Amongst the following crops, which of the following is most anthropogenic source of both methane and nitrous oxide? So this had been in news. Answer is B, rice, because production of rice requires a lot of water and also it emits so much of greenhouse gases. System of rice intensification of cultivation, in which alternate wetting and drying of rice fields is practiced, results in all of them. So again, it has been picked from the news. Which of the following lakes of West Africa has become dry and turned into a desert? So there was an article on UNEP. It has shown the concerns regarding the lakes drying up and turning desert lakes. So your answer is B. Lake Victoria is source of Nile. So that is from general knowledge. So it is not drying up. Lake Volta is the largest man-made reservoir. So again, that is false. So now just the choice was between B and C. So right answer is B. Gandikota Kayon of South India was created by which one of the following rivers? So here, state of Andhra Pradesh is pitching for a UNESCO tag. So that's why it has been in news. Here, the right answer is C, Penner River. Consider the following pairs. So this is a basic map question. Your three map pair is wrong and first is wrong. So right answer is B. 26. The term Levant, often heard in news, roughly corresponds to which of the following regions? So here, the right answer is A, region across the eastern Mediterranean shores. So scientists found certain artifacts which points out to the trade to that area, and that's why this term was in news. So ancient trade networks were revealed. Consider the following countries. So which of them have borders with Afghanistan? So Afghanistan was in news because the US troops withdrew from Afghanistan last year, ending the longest civil war. So that is why Afghanistan has been asked in UPSC prelims. So here is the map and here is the link to the news article. So answer is C. Azerbaijan and Kyrgyzstan doesn't share border with Afghanistan. So here is Kyrgyzstan. With reference to India, consider the following statements. Monazite is a source of rare earth. Monazite was in news and it can be used in elimination also, because the statement 3, which says it naturally occurs in the entire coastal sands of India, is wrong. It is found in the southern coastal region and not the entire region. So it can be easily eliminated. And this has been in news for quite some time. Answer is B. In the Northern Hemisphere, the longest day of the year normally occurs in, so this is a basic geography question. We all know 21st June significance. So yeah, right answer is second half of the month of June. Consider the following pairs. So this is again basic question from the map. Wetlands are always in news and we need to know where the wetlands are located. So your pair 2 and 3 are correct. Hokera wetland locates in Kashmir, and the last one, I'm sorry for the pronunciation, Sathakota Lake, it is located in Kerala basically. So that is a wrong location. Rest 2 are correct. So right answer is B. Consider the following. Now these are some of the digital initiatives of the government. So your right answer is D. So they have been in news. With reference to Web 3.0, again, this has been in news. Web 3.0 relates to the blockchain, and your right answer is D. With reference to software as a service, consider the following statements. Again, this has been in news quite often, and here the right answer is D. Which of the following statements best reflects the idea behind fractional orbital bombardment system, often talked about in news? So there was a news relating to the China missile, and your right answer is C, because it was similar to the Russian version of Sputnik missile, qubit mentioned. Which one of the following is the context in which the term qubit is mentioned? So this has often come in news, and the right answer here is quantum computing. And if you know about the terabytes, gigabytes, so here the term bit is, you can easily connect it with the quantum computing. Consider the following communication technologies. Again, this is general awareness and keeps on coming in news. So right answer is D, all of them. Consider the following statement. So this is regarding biofilms. This has been in news. A new coin, plastisphere, has been termed because of increase of microplastics in the oceans. So this was about the biofilms. So can they be formed in the medical implants within human tissues, form on food and food processing surfaces, exhibit antibiotic resistance? So all of them are correct. These are really hazardous. And now the whole world is concerned about them. Consider the following statements in respect of probiotics. This has been in news. And probiotics we know since so long. Right answer here is C. Statement 2 is incorrect. In context of vaccines manufactured, so we all know about vaccines, they have been used all over. And here the right answer is D. All the three statements are correct. In the major solar storm, so last year we had a big solar storm. So after the pandemic, it was, now we have a solar storm and it had disrupted the internet facilities. So this question is relating to that. And here the right answer is C. So statement 2 and 5 are incorrect because tsunamis could occur at equatorial regions. It's not connected with solar storm. Solar storm relates to the magnetized particles. So wherever the magnetized particles are used, so major solar storms can disrupt them. Climate Action Tracker, which monitors the emission reduction pledges of different countries, is. So this has been in news, and the right answer, it is a database created by coalition of research organizations. Consider the following statements. Climate Action Group, again, it has been in news. EP100 Mahindra company has been in news in few years back, but this has been covered in news. So here the answer is B, 1, 3, and 4. If rainforest and tropical forest are lungs of the earth, then surely wetlands function as its kidney. So this statement is very important, can be asked in essay. Even you can quote in essays if you're writing on wetlands. So this is about wetlands, which are always in news, and here the right answer is B, because they absorb heavy metals and excess nutrients. So they have also been in various news articles. In context of WHO air quality guidelines, so air quality has always been of peak importance. So your right answer is B, 1 and 4 only, because highest level of ozone pollution occurred during the periods of increment weather. So that is completely wrong, because ozone pollution occurs due to the pollutants such as CFCs, FSCs, and it doesn't depend on weather really. PM particle 10, so particulate matter 10 can penetrate in lungs. So that's then enter the bloodstream. No, they cannot enter the bloodstream. Only PM 2.5 particle can enter the bloodstream. So again, that statement is wrong. So this has been in news, PM particle, so particulate matters, PM 2.5 and PM 10. Now with reference to Gucci, sometimes mentioned in news. So there was just one article regarding it. So it's a fungi, and it grows in some Himalayan forest region, and it's like a superfood full of nutrients. So your right answer is C, 1 and 2. With reference to polyethyl terephthalate, sorry for the pronunciation, the use of which is so widespread in our daily lives. So this is basically the plastic. The single-use plastic is called PET. So there has always been a debate regarding stopping its usage and its recycle. So what we use right now, PET, is 95% recycled. So here the right answer is A, 1 and 3. And so it has often appears in news. Now question 47 is, which of the following is not a bird? So golden messer had been in news because the climate change affects its habitation, and that is why it is here in the UPSC prelims. Now, which of the following are nitrogen fixing bacteria? So permaculture is very much in news, and nitrogen fixing plants are important concept of permaculture. So your elimination can also be used because legumes are the classic examples of nitrogen fixing plants. Spinach is not a nitrogen fixer. So easily the answer is A, 1, 3, and 4. Biorock technology is talked about in which of the following situations? So your answer is A, restoration of damaged coral reefs. This has been in news. And last one is Miyawaki method is well known for. So again, this many states are implementing this method for more sustainability. So right answer is C, creation of mini forests in urban areas. This has been in news like from 3 to 4 years, and it is a Japanese method for environment conservation. So that was all for this video. Next part will be uploaded shortly. And if you have any queries, do write us in the comment section. You can download this PPT from the link provided in the description and easily go through the links. So as we saw, let me just stop the screen share. As we saw, most of the questions were asked from current affairs. So if you are preparing for the prelims next year, then the best thing to do is be thorough with current affairs, read the Indian Express diligently, and you would and revise. Revision is most important. If you read anything once, you won't be able to recall. So the key is to be consistent and revision. Revise, revise, revise. Read, revise, and repeat. So if you do that, you could easily crack the prelims. Most of the questions have been asked from the news. And then Indian polity, it was static. And for economics, a few questions were from the basic understanding. But even if you drop that, if you're not very clear with economics, you can answer all the other questions and easily crack prelims exam. Also, if you would want to know about which optional is best for you, you can check out our website. We provide UPSC law optional course for the year 2023 and for mains preparation for 2022 for law optional, because law optional is one of the most scoring optional subject and gives you an edge over other subjects. So that was all for today. If you have any doubts, do mention it us in the comment section. You can even mail us, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.